Good Thursday morning to you. Guess what that means? Thursday. Tonight is Bible study live right here on Facebook. Join us. If you want to join us in Zoom, let me know. I'll send you the link. It'll be interactive either way. It'll be live either way. And when we're done, it'll be on my YouTube channel, which I put the link for in the description. So you can go check out the YouTube channel. I also am going to make a video for YouTube. I'm going to start a series on how to study the Bible, different ways and strategies to study the Bible. Never thought when I took that class in Bible college, I'd be using it, right? Anyway, I'm going to start with what translation. There's so many translations. There's so many different versions of the Bible out there. Which one's right for you? I'll help you pick out which one is best for you because they're all going to talk about God. Right? They're all going to tell you. They're all going to tell you the plan of salvation. It's just which type of language do you want them to use, right? And so I'll tell you some of the pros and cons of some of the different ones. Some of my opinions on some of them, not it won't be like controversial type stuff, but just here's what's good about this version. Here's what's good about this. If you want to read a lot, you'll want this type. If you want to study a lot, you may want this one. So that's going to be coming soon, probably in the next few days, because I'm geared up to make it, and there'll be some more videos coming soon too. But the Bible studies are there after we finish them on Facebook Live. I ship them over there, put them in a folder so they're easy to find. You can find them in my videos here too. But with all that being said, join us tonight for the study of First John. We'll be tackling chapter 2. Now, I don't know if we'll get the whole chapter done. There's so much in that book. You know, there's so much. Some of these little epistles are just so power packed with, oh man, just some awesome stuff that God wanted to make sure we got, right? So anyway, with that being said, this morning in my personal time, I found myself in Psalm 121, which is a power packed psalm. Now, I've used it before. I wrote a little song about it. If you go to my videos, you can actually see where I wrote it. It was in a hospital room in Shreveport, Louisiana. In Christ, well, actually, that's where I recorded it. I actually wrote it in the waiting room of the SICU waiting room, and then I recorded it once we got to his room there in on the 8th floor in Shreveport in the hospital. So if you go to my videos, you have to go way back to like the very first one I ever put up here. It's just me and my little guitar. I was a lot skinnier. I had earrings too. Anyway, but I wrote this song because as I was sitting there in the ICU waiting area, I was thinking, the doctors were taking good care of him. They were coming out and talking to us a lot. So early on, we were there 3 weeks just in the ICU for 3 weeks. I lived in the waiting area, literally. It took me 10 days to leave the hospital to even go out of second floor, and to actually just leave second floor. I didn't even go outside for another week or so, just because I sat right there. But I wrote this. I wrote just a little chorus from this and about God being my help, because I realized all the doctors were working, the nurses were great. They were communicating, they were really helpful, but I realized that my help didn't come from the doctors and nurses and the just expert staff there at LSU in Shreveport. But even though they were helping me, they weren't my help. And that's why I titled this The Help, because kind of a play on a movie. It's a good movie, by the way. Um, yeah. But God, I realized at that point that God was my help. And when we get to that point where we just go, God is my help. I am not my own strength. I can't do stuff on my own. I got to do some stuff, but I can't make it without God. He's my help. He undergirds me. He carries me. He strengthens me, right? We talk about so many different ways. He gives us peace, and that helps, right? So he's just that undergirding that we need just to walk through life with our faith intact. Right? So I found myself here in Psalm 121. I'm reading out of the New King James Large Print Bible. It starts out, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, and then it has this big dash, and it says, from whence comes my help? Where does my help come from? And it's kind of like he's going, I'm lifting up my eyes to the hills. But that's not where my help comes from, right? The hills aren't helping me. They may be a place to hide. They may be a place to run away to, but they're not helping me, right? But he says, my help comes from the Lord. My help comes from the Lord. So he's saying, where is my help? Oh, my help is God. God is my help. He's my sustainer. He's my keeper. And we're going to read about that. See, he goes on, he says, my help comes from the Lord. Now, get this. who made heaven and earth. And we could stop right there, because the creator, the ingenious creator who set things in motion by saying, let there be light. And there was light for 4 days before the sun appeared. He didn't set the sun for 4 days, but he created light with the breath of his words, right? And he made heaven and earth. He created my little flowers out there. I always go out in the morning and look at my little flowers. They're just so intricately designed. Look at my little tomatoes growing on that plant. All I have to do is water it, and I got all these tomatoes. He created growth. He created what we call nature. It's natural, yeah, because God said let it be, and everything produces seeds so that there's still more, so that everything just continues to. It's just amazing, and that creator, that one God who made heaven and earth, helps me. Doesn't that just blow your mind? Isn't that just, I just go, wow, because sometimes it's like, God, do you even know I'm here? Do you know what I'm dealing with? Do you know what this is going on? Do you know? And he's like, yes, 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 yes. I created you. I made heaven, I made earth, I made you, right? Then he says, he will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. And that's my first point. He keeps us. He sustains us. He keeps us. He's our protector. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. He does not. What's the difference in slumber and sleep? Anyway, he doesn't rest or sleep. He doesn't lay down. He doesn't take a nap. He doesn't say, I'll be back this afternoon. That's frustrating for me with clients, and they're like, well, we need this, we need this, we need this. Okay, I'm taking 2 days off. I'll see you in a couple of days. And you're like, well, I thought you needed all this. God doesn't do that. He doesn't say, I'll be back in a couple of days. I'm taking a vacation. He's like, he never takes a break from keeping our souls, from watching over us, from watching over his word. It says in Jeremiah that he watches over his word to perform it. So whatever the things he said, he's going to make sure they come to pass. If he said something specifically to you, if he said something in this, he's going to watch over his words to perform it, to make sure that it does exactly what he said. When he said, let there be light, he said, that was good. He said, let there be this. And God saw it was good, right? So he doesn't sleep. He watches over what he intends to. Maybe that's a good word. He tends to. It's like you don't have a baby and then just lay it in the bedroom and go, well, I guess it'll grow up. I guess it'll be okay. Come back in a few years. No, a mother takes care of that, and like that same nurturing thing. That's how God watches over us. See, that's too intimate for our brains, isn't it? To think that he watches over us like a mother does a newborn baby, and she coddles it, and she holds it, and she loves it, and she feeds it, she nourishes it, she changes it, makes sure it's comfortable. God has that same affection for us. It's too big for my brain sometimes, but he has that same affection, and he doesn't go to sleep like a mother does. A mother lays next to her baby because she gets exhausted. He doesn't get exhausted. Isn't that awesome? He's our keeper. So he keeps us. He won't sleep. He's our keeper. It says he's our shade at our right hand. The sun won't strike you by day or the moon by night. The Lord will preserve you from all evil. He will preserve your soul. That part of you that's not going to die, God will preserve that. That's the part of you that he watches over, that he keeps. You got to take care of your body, honey. He ain't going to feed you, and he's not going to take you to the bathroom like a mama does a baby, right? In that sense of the word. But he keeps you. He watches over you. He preserves that part of you that's not going to die. That part of you that's going to live forever. Based on your choices, where you choose your destination, right? You ever done one of those books? Choose your adventure. But he preserves that mind, that will, that emotion, that spirit part of you. He preserves that. No matter what you go through, no matter what your day looks like, no matter, I got all this stuff this morning when I got up. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got this and this and this and this and this and this. And oh yeah, and then there's that. Oh yeah, and this. Oh, and I got to order coffee. Yeah, so that's a big day, right? I was going through all of that, and it's like, he's going to preserve my soul in the middle of all of that. He may not do those things for me. Boy, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Just this direct line to heaven, send coffee. No, okay, just kidding. But he's going to take care of me. He's going to watch over me. He's going to make sure I have what I need. And you know what? Even though I have to take care of my body, That's my responsibility right in this deal, because it's his temple. He lives here. He doesn't move out. He lives here. Yet he's there to care for us emotionally and support us. He's there to care for us. He wants a whole being. He doesn't just say, "Okay, I'm gonna watch over your spirit, and I don't care what your body does, and I don't care what your soul does. I'm just gonna watch over your spirit. You're saved. Let's just not worry about anything else." No, he wants a whole being, body, soul, and spirit. I'm one person, but I'm three beings. I'm three aspects, just like the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I'm a body. I'm a spirit, but I live in a body, and I have a soul. I have mind, will, and emotions, and he cares about all of that. It says he's going to preserve you from evil. He will preserve your soul. He will preserve your goings in and coming out from this time forth, even forever. I just imagine that as the psalmist wrote this, that was a little bit of discovery for him. He was discovering, I'm going to look to God. God is my help. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do today, is look to God. He is your help. You may find some assistance along the way. I've been in places where I had to have rental assistance. I've been in places where I had to have food stamps. I've been in places where I had to get a loan, or I had to do this, or I needed assistance on this or that or something else. And I'm not even talking about that. God is here. He is here to help us, right? Where does my help come from? God, who made heaven and earth. He won't let me be moved. He is going to take care of my whole being. He's going to make sure that I make it to heaven all the way intact as far as spirit and soul. Our bodies ain't going to be there. Our bodies are going to be changed. We're going to have a new body. That's going to be nice too. My knees, my head. I could use a new body, right? But he cares about our whole being. He cares about our intellect. So many years ago, and a lot of times when I was growing up, the brain, the intellect wasn't valued. It's like, well, I'm just dumb enough to trust God, and that's true. That's a great place to be. I'm dumb enough too, and that's good. But in some ways we devalue the intellect. But God wants our intellect. He wants our analytical minds. How else are we going to draw these connections? You look at this and you just go, wow, you know, how this God who made heaven and earth blows my mind with just the scientific data that's out there and the stuff they're discovering with the fancy telescopes now. It's like, well, we knew it was there anyway, right? But I just imagine that as a psalm, that's where I was going. As the psalmist was writing this, he was making a discovery. He was saying, I'm going to lift up my head. I'm needing some help, and God is my help. And then he's like, he doesn't sleep. God doesn't sleep. Hey, that means he's always my help. He doesn't take a break. That means he's always accessible. He's always there for me. He's my keeper. That means that he's keeping me. As long as I follow him, right? He's nurturing me. He's taking care of me, body, soul, and spirit. And then he's like, he's going to preserve me from evil. If I stay close to God, then sin doesn't have a hold on me. And there's a whole new teaching in that. Go read Romans. Romans is a great book to read about that, because Paul breaks it down, right? About grace and sin and being free from the bondages of sin. God's going to keep me when I go out and when I come in, and he's just going to keep me forever. I just imagine that. I just see this little, I guess what's the right term there, this little way he discovered as he started out with, I'm looking for some help. Oh, God's my help. Oh, and he's going to keep me, and he's not going to rest, and just this little psalm of discovery as he pinned it out. Well, it wasn't really a pin, chipped it out of rock. No, they had ink back then. But as he pinned it out, just I pray that that God just leads you on that road of discovery today. Just that as you turn to him and you start saying, you know what, God, you are my help. And then he goes, oh, and you're keeping my soul, and you're keeping me whole, and you're keeping me hidden in you, and you're nurturing me like a mother does a child, and you're not sleeping, you're taking care of me, and he's watching over us, and he's isn't that just amazing? Man, that's some good stuff right there. My time's almost up. Just remember, he gives peace. He is our help. No matter what's going on, he is our help, he is our provider, he is our light. If you're looking to something else to be your light, it's going to be really dark, because God is our light and our life and our peace. Peace out, guys. I'll see you tonight, or I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.